Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brady Boy with you again at the 30th Red Power Roundup in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Looking at a beautiful K truck here. Betsy is on the side. I don't see a specific designation, but it looks probably, I don't know, an 8, 6-8. Not even sure if they made an 8. Got Vermont license plates on it, so it came a ways. But it's a beauty, that's for sure. Yeah, he's parking her. Looks like a real nice original. And here we have a Scout diesel, looks like one of the later models. Let me catch this green one here. 1977 model. Looks to be in real nice original condition. And this one here is just immaculate. This must have been restored. Just beautiful condition. This is a 1980 Scout 2. So, looking pretty good. And here's a bit of an overview of all the tractors. And I don't know what the count is this year, but there's a bunch of them here. Tractors all over the place, as you would expect at a Red Power Roundup, the National International Harvester Collectors Club annual event held in a different state every year. So, gonna go over and see about catching a ride for the tractor parade, which is in a couple of hours. Well, I guess I'm following Steve. Sounds pretty good. Gotta enjoy this. Even got a little sun cover today. I guess that's where we're gonna form up. Everybody's looking at me, looking at them. about the narrow front 666 and the 1468. So beautiful. Well, the tractor parade is still going. There went a 1964-60. I was in the tractor parade towards the beginning part of it, so I'm back and got the tractor parked, and still a few tractors going here. We got a WD-40, or excuse me, a W-40. I corrected myself there. Sounds good. Sounds good. McCormick Deering. Here's a beautiful 450. That is beautiful. 57, Terry Kelly from Pennsylvania. Okay, here's a cool little outfit. An articulated 184. Young lady driving it. Like a little 4-cylinder in there, coming right along. Amazing engineering on these things. Amazing. Well, I guess that's just about it for the tractor parade day. Well, I guess we'll catch more of it tomorrow. City of New York, Department of Sanitation. So let's see what we got here. 1937 International I-30 cabin plow. Quite the rig. We saw that earlier in the tractor parade this morning. So that's quite the beast. Quite the beast. And let's see what else we got down here. There's an I-30 that I know we looked at earlier today. Here's an F-30, 1936 model. I don't know. I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but I think the 36s were still painted gray. I don't think they started painting the F series. I don't think they started painting them red until I want to say the 1937 model. So, but I could be wrong. I made a living out of being wrong, it seems like. So, but that's a real nice example of an F-30. And here's a KB7. We saw him jostling around. He's got Vermont plates on it today. That's owned by Michael Fuller from Brattleboro, Vermont. If I didn't butcher that name too bad. And here's a gorgeous 1980 Scout 2 diesel. There's a young man out cruising around on his little Cub. Very nice. Yeah, boy, that's a beauty. That's a beauty. Okay, the 49 McCormick. Got an old F-14 here with looks like a sheller. A burr mill, it says. A Type B burr mill from International Harvester. It says 40s. And it's 8-inch burr mill. Rick Jacobs from Denver, Pennsylvania. 484. That one looks like she needs some tender loving care. Maybe she'll get it one of these days. Clifford Holloway from Peach Bottom, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yep. Well, I guess we'll take a cruise down here. Take a stroll. Dodging golf carts as we go. Beautiful 450. Really nice 450. And a beautiful H. And looks like maybe a rent-a-cart. Somebody is renting golf carts here. $100 a day. 46 BM with some interesting plows on the back here. Two-way plow setup. So depending on which way you're going, you just flip the plows over and you only have one furrow, no dead furrow. A real nice Series 100 manure spreader. That's what they used to call waste management. Or that's what they call waste management now. It's called the manure spreaders back then. So 49 Cub, a 284 diesel that, I don't know, looks like maybe parts of it have been repainted, but it's in real nice shape. An Ag Tech loader, Cub low boy with a belly mower. Now we're going to get run over here. I guess we could take a stroll through some more Cubs. I think we saw this string yesterday, but they got a few more in here. There's a chipper, a couple electrical units, a track vac on a Cub Cadet 800. There's a 62 original Terry Johnson of Graham, North Carolina. Beautiful. Let's walk around here so I get the sun at my back. Get a better look at some of these machines. Really nice. You got your Cub with your windbreaker. There's a 102, a 122, a 73, a 104 with a loader. A couple of others with loaders. That's a 104, and I don't know what the other one is. Looks like a, I don't know, sweeper maybe? Pick up grass clippings. And what's this one back there? That's an 86. And this one's a 123. And here we have a little 170. And I'm guessing this was a 1976 Cadet celebrating the bicentennial. And here's a 70 model Cub Cadet. Carl Carpenter from Millburn, Iowa. So he's come a ways. And here's a clever little Cub Cadet crawler. Pretty slick. Well, we're mass producing some ice cream here, folks. There we go. Kind of see what's happening there. We got 5 buckets that we're turning.
Recently, we had a customer who called.
And we got a little hit and miss engine over here. Just banging away.
There's no place like Sugar. There's no place like Sugar. We're beautiful people.
Well, here we have kind of a, I guess it's kind of a replica, if you will. You see the radiator, or what passed for a radiator back then, the water dripping down and running down the screen. And here's the exhaust right up there. And she's popping every few seconds. Moving pretty slow. I don't know if you could hear that, but it's pretty clever. And again, here's the see the water running down. Pretty cool. Well, here we have a great group of tractors. Look like they're all owned by the same guys, John and James Russell, out of East Freeman, Pennsylvania. So they're fairly local guys. Anyhow, just a gorgeous 1468, 74 model. And we got a 71 1456. And we got, of course, a 1970 1026 gold demo. That is beautiful. It is beautiful. Then a 856, that's a 68 model. So one of the earlier ones is a 72 826 Hydro. And that's not many of those around. 'em. And then the 660 diesel. So, no problem, guys. You won't get your 15 minutes of fame. So
Oh, we're already famous enough.
you're famous enough, huh? Okay. Beautiful, beautiful group of tractors. Beautiful group of tractors. Well, I don't know. This might be the for sale lot. We got a 73 4166. We got a 73 1066. They all got for sale signs on them. So pay your money, take your chances. A little BN, 2 seats. Here's a really nice 544 Michael Dietrich from Mifflinsburg, Pennsylvania. Real nice looking. 806 front wheel assist. Looks like original equipment. This is Roy Dietrich, I guess maybe Michael's brother. Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. I don't see a for sale sign on it, but and here's a little BM and an M. Oh, thanks guys.
Yep.
So I can prove to my wife that I really was at a tractor show. Okay, let's go down another stretch of tractors. They're just a really nice 826 Hydro. Just a beautiful one. And it's owned by Bob Gearing, Garrison, Iowa. So he's hauled that one a ways. Oh, look at there. I think he's got a plow on the back. You don't see that very often. And he's got a gold plow. 4 bottom here. A 412. And it's been painted up nice as well. Beautiful setup then. A beautiful rig. Got some nice new tires. 4 new tires on her. That's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Okay, next we got a 1950 W6. Says Young Boys Toys, Wayne Young. It's a 1950 model. Here's a 1940 Charles Kraft. He's got a great collection of tractors. He's out of Newcastle, Indiana. It's an I-30. I being industrial. And 1949 Farmall Cub. Jesse Thornton from Vermont, Brandon, Vermont. And here we got a couple of beauties. Here's a 50H with a planter on it. An HM 221 check row planter. So that's something you don't see every year or every day, every show. Here's of course a 1954 Super Mta with an electrol on it. So let's see, Manny Sylvia from Portsmouth, Rhode Island. So I don't know if we can get much of a picture here. The sun's just not in the right way for it, but there you go. There's your electrol. So you had power no matter where you were at on the farm or at the house. When the juice went down, you were ready. Okay. Tractors everywhere. I guess somebody's getting ready for the tractor parade. Lifting the plow up. Hydro, he just pushes the lever a little bit forward and away you go. Unless you're getting ready for the tractor parade. Well, here's another string of tractors. We got a 38 F20. 65 504, Scott Markovitz out of Dorr, Michigan. So, okay, he's come a bit of a ways. Here's a 46 Mule. I think we looked at that yesterday. And a 53 TD6. A 235 Case IH Hydro garden tractor. 766. Here we got a couple of really nice Transtars. Looking good though, especially this one. This one's cleaned up real nice. 1970 4070A it says in the window. Oh, here's a display that I don't know that it was here yesterday. 1468 72 model. And boy, he's talking stories. And we got a Hydro behind it. What is it? Probably a 966. Yep, 966 Hydro. 1256. Beautiful, beautiful tractors here. Beautiful tractors. And I really like that one, 1026 with the narrow front end. Really like that. And a 666.
Yes, absolutely. We just parked up the same lot.
Real nice setup they got here. Real nice. And here's another nice collection of tractors. The Brooks, Bill and Sherry, Trout Run, Pennsylvania. I've seen them at a couple of shows. Beautiful 54 letter series farmalls. I guess everything along here is a 54. It's a 54 Cub, 54 Super A, 54 Super C. Several implements, the 2-point implements. We got a CF20 plow, a number 260 planter, beautiful, and a CF3 harrow. We used to call that a drag, 2-point mounted, and beautiful Super H 54 and a Super MTA. He's got the whole letter series lineup for 54. And a couple of gorgeous Transtars. Beautiful 4300s. Just beautiful. Somebody's Maple Lane Farm, it says on this one. I don't know if they both belong to the same folks or not, but gorgeous, gorgeous tractors. Very nice. And here's something kind of interesting over here. Yeah, there's a nice International 650 standard, but here we got a pair of it's a 62 504 high crop Chisholm Rider, and we got a 66 504. So a couple of very unusual tractors, very unusual, which is kind of why you kind of come to these shows, to see something that you seldom or maybe never seen before. This would have been an oddity up in central Michigan where I was born and raised. Very well restored though. Here's the 1970 cab over 1700 with a grain box on it. Saw that yesterday. 1960 B100. Looked at it yesterday. The guy didn't have the signs up yet. Here's a 67 1100. So gorgeous tractor. Here's a beautiful little 82, 1982 383. All polished up, painted, restored, beautiful. And next door, the 45 HV. Robert Rall. Robert Roll. Was it Rall? R-A-L-L looks like, yeah. And Gary Sheets from Fresno, Ohio. Has the 383 here. Beautiful pair of tractors. Well, this is an interesting display here. International 660 LP gas up on a big rotating stand there. Don't see many of those, especially with such a huge load on it. But I imagine it's just a matter of gearing and whatever. Pretty cool though. Pretty good stuff. She's just rotating around. Love the tires on the back. They look to be fairly new. And they're just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous tractor and a very cool display. Great for picture taking. Stand in one spot and get all sides of it. Well, I've recovered from the tractor drive. Had some lunch. Checked out the brochure situation over in one of the vendor buildings. So we're just taking a little stroll along here again. The sun has moved around, so makes it a little more conducive to taking pictures of certain areas that weren't so good when the sun was coming up early in the morning. So there's another road that I don't think we've hit. Here's a 400 and a 300 and I don't know what.
Real fast.
And some people
Roller coasters?
enjoying the show.
Wooden roller coasters.
There's an A.
They're known for their food.
I'm not sure what that thing is. Dressed up for Halloween, I guess. I guess she's dressed up for Halloween. Guess I better watch out or get run over here. So, but there she is. And we got a C with a plow on the back. Here's a Super M. Lots of tractors, lots of tractors. Miscellaneous row, I guess. A little bit of everything over here. There's a 1066. It looks to be in pretty good shape. 61 560 diesel. Beautiful M. Looks real good. Another very nice M. And it looks like we got something going over here. Maybe we'll have to have a little watch here. Well, the boys are unloading this. It's a McCormick Deering 1530, model 1530. Don't know exactly what year it is, but we're going to see some cranking here.
All right.
We're going to see some cranking.
2, gas on.
Gas on.
Go, go.
What more can you ask for? Second crank and it was running. The second crank and she was running. Gotta love that, huh? See if I can not get run over here.
Take notice of the ramp.
Yeah.
The He-Man ramp there.
Yeah, all the wooden planks, yeah.
1530, that's a big horse.
Yeah, that was a big one in its day. Look at there, just like he knew what he was doing. Beautiful, beautiful.
What are you doing? Are you just taking a video of yourself?
Yeah, I post. Well, here's something we looked at a couple of minutes ago, a 1961 340 with a 2001 loader on it. And he's got a utility platform on the back. I don't know, that looks like it might have been a homemade one, but it's really, really nice. 2-point hitch. Very cool. Very cool. I was just going to get over here and have a look at some of this old iron. There's just so much to see at one of these shows. You just never get to see them all. There's a 39 Farmall, so that would have been one of the very early Farmalls. 39, I believe, is when they did came out with the A. And there's a 48 Cub. I think that was a fairly early. I think 47, 48 was the first year of the Cub. Nice old 1926 regular old Farmall. Not a 20, not a 30, not a 12 or a 14, just a regular old Farmall. And I guess that's what they call them now to differentiate them between the very early Farmalls and the the F20s in the later series. Got brand new tires on her, but everything else there looks pretty well aged. So This farmall tractor recently fitted with pneumatic tires, rubber tires by George Burroughs. And the dealer at Harpersville, New York, is still at use on the farm of Bill Olin. Oh, Bill, New York. Yes, indeed. Very good, very good. Well, I've been trying to meet him. I guess he'll know that I saw his tractor now. And here's a 45A, and here's a 45BN. The B was essentially an A with a narrow front end, and they made a narrow version of it. So this was the narrow version of the B. And here's some real early McCormick IHC equipment. Yeah, getting shade here, maybe things will show up a little bit better. They don't have anything running. I came by here on a tractor a little while ago, and they had some things going. But they run everything. They'd run pumps. Here you have a pump hooked up, and that would run the handle up and down, pumping the water. Save the Armstrong work. Here's a 3 horsepower, run off in kerosene, running a burr mill. There you go. Here's a bit bigger one. I don't know if or when they'll ever run them again. Pretty cool. Well, here we are back in one of the little nooks and crannies of the fairground with our Red Power Roundup 2019 is. It's a 1922 10 horsepower M engine owned by Larry and Carolyn Kearns out of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. And I don't know what the truck is. It's an International, of course. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's a 29 International, 1929 International 6-speed truck with farm bed, owned by, again, Larry and Carolyn Kearns out of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. So that's pretty clever, pretty cool looking. I don't know, I might see if I can get a picture. Some beautiful tractors along here. The only trouble is they're all kind of sitting in the shade. And this is probably not the best time of day to be taking pictures of them. So I don't know what we'll do. Maybe I'll just try to kind of walk backwards a little bit. There's a Cub forklift. There's a 1960 Cub with a Piper Payne track lift. That's a bit of a creation. There's a really nice, beautiful 560, 1960 560 with fast hitch. It's a beauty. And there's a 72 1468. It's nice. Yeah, it is gorgeous. Some real nice rigs along here. And here we have antique tractor tires. So if you need some tires for your old rig, this is the place to go. We're taking a little cruise down through the vendor section here, the outdoor vendors, which, as you may well be able to see, is parts, tractor parts, engine parts, drivetrain parts, maybe even an occasional whole tractor. Weights, here we got some weights, some fenders over there, looks like some probably letter series and 100 series parts, you know, grills, all that kind of stuff. And let's see what we got over here on this side. Yeah, more tires. Frederick's tires. He's got a bunch of them. Very often these are good places to come if you're looking for something old in the line of tires and parts. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Cruise over here. What do we got? An I-14. That's a beauty. Very nice. Super MD, a 1953 Super MD. So that's gorgeous. The camera work's getting a little sloppy here, folks. It looks kind of like John Lash's 706 diesel. Yeah, here's a 340. 1961 340. Looks to be in awfully nice shape. Oh, and here's a 67 806 diesel. Bruce M. Diedrich from New Tripoli, Pennsylvania. I may have to stop and catch a picture of that. That's certainly a beautiful tractor, though. Let's switch over to this side, and we got a 47H here, 43I4. I got them packed in here pretty tight. A 43I6, and it is a, what year is it at? 46I9. Let me back up a little bit here. So you got 43, 43, and 46, the whole I series here. And here's a gorgeous 650 diesel. That's a beauty. And a really nice Super MD. It looks really good. And we're going to have to, oh, here we go. Keep backing up. This is a nice 150 Travelall. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to have to stop and take some snaps of this here. We got some really nice tractors that you makes you want to stop and get a still photo here. So, okay, what do we got? We had the Super MV. Now here's an HV. It's a 48 model. It's got the cast arched front axle. And we got a 54 Super AV, and just not a lot of those around at all. Just not many of those at all. 54 Super C. A two-tone Super M. Somebody got a little creative here. The 53. And a 52 Super H. I'm sorry, Super C. As you were, Bill, as you were. And here's another BM, a 42, and 1945 BN. And in case you missed it, you hear that reefer running. That is the Red Power version of the food court. All the food concessions are along there. Had lunch there earlier. It was not bad, to tell you the truth. They were pretty good. Well, here's a 1950 Farmall Super A demonstrator. And a real nice placard. I'll have to get a picture of that so I can learn some intelligence on that. Just a gorgeous 49C. Oh, this thing is beautiful. Just beautiful. I will need to get a picture of that while the sun's hitting it just about right. And here's a 67 Cub Cadet, a 122. Here's a 52 Cub. That's in beautiful shape too. That's a gorgeous restoration on that. 74 128 Cub Cadet, a 48 Cub, and a 40B. And somebody's stuck an extra steering wheel and an extra seat on it, I suppose, so you can haul a passenger. And a 39 International, says IS-14. Sure, the I stands for industrial. I'm not sure what the S stands for. Maybe we'll find out one of these days. Maybe somebody will know when I post this on the internet. And here's a 54 Super Mta. Oh, I think I saw this in Wisconsin a few years ago. It's a 1931 Iron Mule. John Curtis owns it. It's a Model 1020, which is presumably the engine running gear. It's made out of a Deering 1020, so it's quite the setup. And here's a really beautiful International Industrial. Looks like it's a kind of machine that used to run along the roads with a sickle bar blade, mowing the road edges in Michigan, which is where I'm from originally. So, okay, let's skirt around this golf cart here and have a look at this. I think we might have seen this Super A Christmas tree. I can walk right through it. No problem. So that's kind of cool. Well, I suppose I'm remiss in not having mentioned it earlier, but the featured vehicle of this Red Power Roundup here in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, is the Scout, the International Scout. And here we have a really gorgeous one hooked to a little Airstream trailer. And let's see if we can find some information about it. Well, it's a 1969 Scout by Paul Paradis, P-A-R-A-D-I-S, from Cumberland, Rhode Island. Beautiful, beautiful setup though. Very cool, very cool. And I guess we'll just take a stroll down here. There's a Scout 2 diesel. Another Scout diesel. And a third Scout diesel. I guess we'll get some better pictures, I guess, when those guys all clear out of there. There's a nice Scout. 67 International Scout Sports Top. That's quite nice. Roger Jones from Chesilhurst, New Jersey. Okay, north something or other. But it's got the sports roof on it, which makes it kind of a convertible. Here's a 67 Scout. It's a beauty. Here's a nice old 1210 pick-em-up truck. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, here's a Travel All 100. A Travel All 1110 four-wheel drive. Another Scout. Soft top. And here's a Scout, a low rider. Low rider is right. Wow. And there's quite a few Scouts here, which is a good thing. You don't usually see this many Scouts. Here's a 79. I think I know one up in Minnesota that looks a lot like that. This one's from Ohio. And Scout 2, kind of a long version. Oh, here's one that looks like it's going to need some TLC. Going to need some tender loving care. This beautiful 62 Scout 80 here, that's gorgeous. And there's a 67 Scout 800, which was the follow-on version. Started off as a Scout 80 and then it went to the 800, which had probably a few more features, maybe a little bigger engine or something like that, a few more bells and whistles. Woo! It is warm out here, folks.